Hey everyone, I'm Andy, the sewing doc. It's been a while since I've done a video, but I'm in the middle of filming a class this weekend. Got a little behind with the move and all the things we had going on, still getting settled in our space, but I am moving forward with a vengeance on getting our classes on the calendar. So I switched gears a little bit for this class, and mainly because I have such a need in my community. Don't know about you, but I have a lot of customers that make their living from sewing. So for some people that's garment, for some people that's quilts, bags, costumes. I have a little bit of everything in my customer pool. And the biggest demand I've had lately, aside from continuing on with the certification courses, is sergers. So if you have a serger, you know that serger gets much, much more compacted with lint than your sewing machine does. In fact, whenever I service sergers, I clean the whole thing out, lubricate it, put the covers back on, get it threaded, which sometimes takes forever. And then when I do the test sew, I have to actually blow out all the lint again because it makes so much lint just from the cutting and the fibers. So what you see here, you may not recognize, but this is actually a serger with the covers taken off. So I'm about halfway through filming this workshop. So this is what you see here is one of the ones that'll be used in the workshop. And in this whole class, we're going to walk through and take the covers off. And then you can see this gives us access to all these moving parts. Now it's a lot like a sewing machine in that it has just as many moving parts, maybe more, and in a different way. So what we need to do is keep the lint off of all these parts, keep it lubricated. That's the big thing. When we get this full of lint, it basically soaks up all your lubricant, and then it's just dry metal grinding against dry metal, and that's what seizes up these machines. So we're going to walk through in both the live class and the video class. We're going to walk through how to take the covers off, how to clean your tension discs, how to properly maintain this machine. What I'm excited about is we're going to have the remove your covers serger version for the live class. That means you're going to bring your serger. We're going to walk through the whole process of taking the covers off, cleaning it out, lubricating it, getting it back together, and then getting through things you can do to keep your machine going. It's going to be just like the remove your cover sewing machine class for sergers. So that means that unless you have an actual issue, like it does seize up, or your timing is off, or you break something, then it should never have to go to the service person. So for someone who sews heavily on their serger, this takes away so much time and so much money that you'd be spending on this machine. I recommend actually, if you use your machine, especially professionally, that you have it serviced about every quarter, and that's a lot. You figure in my shop, it's $87 to have your serger service, and that's just for a mechanical one. For air threaders and for computers, it's $90 and up. Now, so if you do that 4 times a year, you're looking at $400 just to keep it maintained. That's not repairs. Even if you're not using it professionally, these things really need to be cleaned and lubricated much more frequently than your sewing machine. So if you're not using it professionally and you're only using it a couple times a year, to keep it going, you still need to keep this cleaned out. So there's a lot of value in this. What I'm really, really excited about, though, the struggle I have with the Remove Your Covers class for the online workshops is that you can't really do a class that encompasses all sewing machines. So that's a bit of a struggle. With sergers, though, they're pretty cut and dry as far as if you learn to take the covers off of one serger, probably going to be able to take the covers off and clean and lubricate any other serger. I am doing this online class very comprehensive, so it's going to cover pretty much every serger you can think of in terms of taking the covers off, cleaning and lubricating. We're not teaching timing, we're not teaching adjustments or anything beyond maintenance. We're not doing service, we're just doing maintenance. So this workshop is going to cover mechanical machines, air threaders, and computerized machines. So I'm in the process of getting this finished and wrapped up and get it available to you. I'm going to get a class on the calendar within the next month for the live class, and then I am going to roll this workshop out online as quickly as possible. So that's my exciting announcement today. And this is why I'm such a mess and my workshop is such a mess, because we've been filming. So I just want to put that on your radar that this is coming. If you were on our wait list, you should be getting an email with some information soon. If you would like to be on our newsletter list or our notification list, if you'll go to sewingdocacademy.com, you'll find a space down at the bottom where you can sign up to be on our newsletter, and we'll get that to you. Always happy to have questions. I will do another series of videos to answer more questions about what all is included with this class. So if you have questions, leave them down below in the comments, send us an email, give me a call, whatever works for you. But I want you to know this is probably the first serger maintenance class I've ever seen. Never really seen this on anyone's calendar, but I want to empower you to be able to care for your machine. It's not as intimidating as it seems. I always say I am just your guide. So with my help, you'll understand how to keep it maintained and how to avoid having to bring it to me for service or to your service person. So anyway, thank you for joining us on our journey. I will have another update on a few other classes that are coming, trying to keep up the momentum and get them out as quickly as possible. Thanks a lot.